what Baxter is saying doesn't match the reality of what happened.
In an article written by Baxter via ESPN, Baxter outlines and details how over the past year, well, really years ago, Jeanie Buss had turned on LeBron James, claiming that he had a big ego, felt that Klutch exerted too much control on them, didn't like how LeBron was considered a savior, in reference to LeBron coming in that post-Kobe Bryant era.
And it says she didn't?
That's what, yes, she didn't. She did not like that. Lack of accountability over the Westbrook trade. The whole DeMar DeRozan can't get him. Westbrook, all that stuff like that. Privately mused about not giving him a contract extension, even trading him. Felt LeBron was not grateful that the Lakers drafted Bronny.
Grateful.
Yeah, and then she begrudgingly gave him a contract extension, fearing a PR hit. Now, this is all pre-sale. So the reason why this is getting, dug up, they not there no more. They not in the house no more. So when the new owners come, they clean up, they find all the dirt. They find all the dirt, Gil.
Who wrote this?
This is Baxter.
Baxter. You sly dog, huh? You basically said everything you've been thinking, huh? Because I can guarantee that you won't have no quotes, no one who has facts check her saying this. This is what Baxter heard, huh, Baxter? Because this is how you feel, right? So when you listen to this and you're saying this is how Jeanie Buss felt, losing Kobe Bryant, she is a basketball fan first. Legacy is built on superstars, and a superstar came to take the team to a next level, and she said she didn't like that. Nah, this doesn't sound like an owner who benefited from winning a championship and they got a championship from it to then say they didn't like the idea, right? Because these thoughts would have had to be before the championship, because after the championship, she would be grateful that he came and they won a ring to help her legacy get another one. So, Baxter. So these are your thoughts. Has anyone came out to say this is true or false? Mostly true. Anybody come?
So I'll say this. Stephen A's The World attacked it kind of head on, saying kind of against Jeanie, reminding her and the rest of the Lakers organization that, the Lakers, for what it's worth, during that time period between Kobe and LeBron were irrelevant. I can play his clip if you want me to, but also Rich Paul, say he don't care about this. This ain't this, it don't matter if it's true, not true. He don't care about this. This is
because the fact that it doesn't matter in the headline between why the sale happened and the only thing that is being talked about is LeBron James part, seems like it is intentionally done because it's irrelevant to why they sold. The reason you sold for that much is because LeBron James is there. See, there's so much contradiction in this. The idea you don't want to sign LeBron James to an extension, but that helped you get the sale of $10 billion because you have LeBron and Luka on your team. Sounds counterproductive to reality. It just sounds like somebody like Baxter and his thought process pushing it on somebody. You say a couple words to him and then he throws into all this extra stuff of, on how he felt all along. Like, let's just be honest. You take LeBron James and Luka off that team and then try to sell for $10 billion. It's not happening. You take Luka off the team during that time, you're not selling for $10 billion. So whatever you had to pay, that extension you had to pay, you drafted his son. Like, it don't make sense to the organization part, because Jeanie Buss would know, signing Bronny, they made $50 million off his jersey sale. So business-wise, they're grateful for Bronny being on the team, getting all the recognition in jersey sales and reap from that. Like, his jersey sale basically paid for the father. So I don't believe Jeanie is that naive on the business side, and because it was benefiting in real time. So this is an outside person who's just relaying the information. And their thoughts on the situation. Oh yeah, it's that, so I got sources, and then they say how they really feel. But what Baxter is saying doesn't match the reality of what happened. Did Klutch have too much power? I'm sure. On the Lakers and whatever other teams that they have a lot of players in. But obviously, we can see from the outside that there was strong holding going on, because majority of the people that was on the team was tied to Klutch. Man, Davis, KCP, right? Who else? I'm sure there was there's at least 3, 4, 5 of them that was there, that got paid because of the ties with LeBron and Klutch. So I do believe that's obvious, right? If you have LeBron on your team, they will be controlling that scene, trying to make sure the right pieces is there. But I don't know how that's a bad thing. If you're the owner in the organization and LeBron's on your team and he's trying to figure out ways to win a championship, that benefits you, right? It's not like he's going out there not trying to win. He's trying to get his 5th, his 6th championship. So that makes perfect sense. If you get Curry on your team, he's going to demand that he wants his rings. He wants to match the other people's rings. So that makes sense to me.
I think they're trying to make it seem as though like LeBron James is a stimulus package himself.
Yeah.
What he brings to the table is a stimulus package. But on the flip side of that, you can't take too much credit, or he's not gonna take as much blame if things don't go a certain way, et cetera, et cetera. And they're saying that Jeanie has really the whole Buss family has like an ego, and they don't like that stuff.
But without hearing Jeanie Buss's her words that's coming from Baxter, what was the knock from the media on LeBron James? He didn't what? Take no responsibility and try to control everything, right? That's why I said it sounds more media driven than anything else, because what media has said, he ran Russ out and he didn't want to take no responsibility. It's the same words. It's the same words being said, but you're just putting Jeanie Buss's name on it. And that's the reason they sold. That's not the reason they sold. The reason they sold for $10 billion is because LeBron James is there. And then when they're showing numbers, look how many jersey sales we done sold. You got LeBron James, Luka, and the son, all on the same team. Sounds like a winning formula to me. You got to really push them numbers up. So I don't believe that this is the works of Jeanie Buss's cold-hearted truth. I don't want to believe it, because she's too much of a basketball fan to sound like to sound like media since LeBron's got there. The savior of the Lakers. That was media headlines and why Kobe Bryant fans hated LeBron James, because of when he came here, that was the push. Right? So to hear it now coming from Jeanie, but nah. Nigga, you've been holding on to that for a long time, Bax. The last Baxter I seen got kicked off the bridge. You remember that? Huh?
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah. You should insert that. This is what you do to a Baxter, and then you kick the dog off the bridge.
First of all, the fact that you watch these types of movies. So that was Baxter's diary.
Baxter's diary. Where the quotes at? I want the quotes from Jeanie, but I don't want the quotes out of your mouth.
They said they reached out. Jeanie and them just didn't respond. That's what they said.
You're not responding to that nonsense. That's what you would say. But she will address it at some point on a podcast. But I just think it takes away from the sale. Look, at her and her family, her and her brothers didn't see eye to eye on business. That's what happens, right? And she chose to sell before she allowed others to try to run it. And that's understandable. And, she had to sue them for trying to go behind her back. I understand that. So when you hear stuff like this, if you take a step back, it sounds like the brothers was being painted as the bad guys from her side. Now you have this is what Jeanie said. Now she's a target. Right? She's the target because the LeBron fans like, what everything they did for you, they're gonna target her. So this is the AAA secret spy stuff that's going on. Hey, did you notice it came right after Rich Paul said Austin Reeves should be traded and threw the idea, not now. Nobody like LeBron James. Like, whoa, relax. It was just an idea, dog. Like, we get it. Like, but if you think, if you're trying to win a championship and you're trying to build for the future, there's certain deals that you have to do. And, moving Austin to get like amazing pieces, it happens. And if you can get something for him, you gotta make the move. Right? You can't hold on to the feelings.